What's up, Lake Pro Tackle fam? Guys, we've got an online hater, a non-believer, you could say, in the big baits, right? So this specific user commented that it is impossible to make a 70 to 90 yard cast with a bait like this. Now, this man, I would assume, commented that he is 78 years old, and there's just no way you can pinpoint cast with the big baits like this, right? 70 to 90 yards out, and that's about 210 feet at the 70 yards, around 250 feet cast at the 90 yards, right? So today's video, we're going to be taking this Shimano Arma joint, basically John Shin's exact setup, because he was commenting on the Arma joint video. We're going to be throwing an Arma joint here. I took the hooks off, spooled this up with 30-pound J braid, as well as a 17-pound leader. We're going to be going out to the field here. We're going to be trying to cast this 210 feet. I already measured it out. I'll show y'all. Hopefully I can do a good enough video without another camera person showing you casting this 200 plus feet, and then number 2, pinpoint casting next to the camera. You know, my goal is going to be trying to hit the camera here. I've already done some test casting. The day I did that test casting, I think I hit 200 in, I think it was like 240 feet pretty easily. And that was with a crosswind. I mean, just pure 15 mile per hour crosswind going straight across. So it was hard to pinpoint, but my casts were very accurate and precise on one exact spot. Not quite my target, straight ahead, but off to the side because of that wind when the bait got up there. But today we have much lower wind. It's still pretty windy, but we're going to go out there, throw this Arma joint around, and prove this man wrong. So we're going to try it out. He's a non-believer. Hopefully we make a believer out of him, guys. So Shimano Arma joint test with the Daiwa Coastal 150, as well as a Miller Rods Swim Freak. This is a 7'8" rod. It is kind of like a medium heavy plus. It's got a good backbone here, nice solid tip. We're going to be testing it out, guys, so stay tuned. This is going to be a good one. All right, y'all. It is a beautiful day today. Like I said, we've got a little mild crosswind still going across. The way I've set this up here is I have y'all right now currently right where we're casting. So right here I've got this little metal piece. This is 0, right? I'm gonna walk and talk with y'all, so let me pick you up here. So moving down here, this one right here is 50 feet, and we're gonna keep going here. The next one, this is 100 feet, so that's basically 35 yards, and moving all the way down here. Right here is about 150 feet, and then this one over here, this is our 210 foot mark. So this is 70 yards right here, going all the way down. Let me see, right about there-ish is 70 yards all the way basically to that little tree right there. So I'm going to set y'all up right here, right in front of the 210 foot mark, and try to focus y'all right there. So just so you know, I'm not cutting footage or anything. I've got the GoPro on. I'm going to try to keep it rolling as much as I can, but like I said, we do have a little crosswind. It's coming out of the south west-ish kinda, so it's blowing back towards us. Maybe it'll help with distance a little bit, but I'm gonna leave y'all running. I think the mic's gonna go out, but I'm gonna keep the GoPro going so we do have some audio. So I'm gonna walk back down here, back at the start. So we're gonna give it a few casts, see what happens, guys. I think I'm recording. Gosh, I really hate chest cams, to be honest, guys, but hopefully this is a good angle. So again, the camera looking at 210 foot there, moving all the way to this bad boy. That there's 100, and then we got a 50 coming up. Right there, that's 50, and all the way back here, kind of at this big tree. Yeah, right here. This is 210 foot. As you can see, I mean, this is quite a distance here, guys. Again, the Arma joint is 1.0
I think 1.7 ounces currently because I took the hooks off. Could have added some weight, made it a true test. Again, 30 pounds J braid on here, little 17-pound leader, little short leader. John usually runs a little longer leader, but we're gonna just toss it here, you know, just kind of nice little toss, and boom, I just literally hit the 100, right? So, oh, you just saw me hit that there, or maybe you heard it, I'm not sure. I'm sure you can see it, but we're gonna wind back up here, send this bait, try to get that 200 mark. Also, when it comes to precision, I guess on the repetitive casting side, we're gonna try to hit the camera as much as possible here. So let's go ahead, give it a whirl. Again, I hate chesties, but we're gonna rock with it. I mean, that was almost there, right? You saw that. So we're gonna walk down. And another one thing that the commenter said was that you can't set the hook on a lure that far out. Well, let me tell you, these hooks that come on this bait, these BKK hooks, are extremely, not thin wire, but they're small gauge. So when it comes to setting the hook with something like an armor joint or a swim bait of that nature, it doesn't take a lot to set the hook. So we're actually going to be doing a test on that as well. So here you go, here's the bait. So this right here is probably 100, basically 190 foot, pretty dang easy. That right there's 210. So this is about, you know, almost 20 foot distance. So I was pretty dang close on my first cast, and I wasn't really whirling it out there. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna mark this, and I'm gonna set the hook. I've got a GoPro battery. I'm gonna set it right there where the lure landed. We're gonna walk back to the other end, set the hook like I would on a swim bait. We're gonna see just how far this lure travels when I set the hook, right? Obviously, when it's in the water, it's gonna move a lot less overall, but I'm gonna show you how much power we're actually putting into these hook sets. And again, like I said, it doesn't take a lot of energy to set the hook with an armor joint. A lot of the time, John said it in the video, you literally just kind of lean into them or keep reeling. You don't need to really set the hook like you would like a jig or something like that. Obviously, the hook gauge isn't very strong. So I'm gonna let out a little slack here. Let out a little slack, and I'm gonna set the hook like a jig. You know, I'm gonna set the hook like it is a jig, right? Usually it's a sweep. And again, this is braided line. There is zero stretch in there. So, you know, maybe this fisherman doesn't have experience with braided line. This has zero stretch in it. So I'm gonna set the hook here, see how far this lure flies. Literally, it just hit. I just hit that 100 foot mark. That lure almost flew 100 foot. It is lying right there in the road. I mean, it almost went 100 feet. I mean, that dang near flew 90 feet. So I don't know if you can see it. There's so much line to reel in. Oh my God, there you go. That lure's in the concrete right now. I hit that 100 foot mark. So, I mean, that lure is moving when you set the hook on that. So now again, we're gonna go back to the distance casting here. I'm gonna turn down the brakes just a little bit. I think we can get a little extra casting distance, but we're gonna, again, go try to hit past the camera here. So guys, let me reset the camera, make sure I can clip this, and we're gonna keep going. Again, brakes are pretty loosey-goosey, but with this Daiwa SV, it is super awesome and can really send some powerful braking force through the line here. So loosened up the tension a little more, increased the side braking with this SV Coastal, and here we go again. Let's send it. Not bad, not bad. That one didn't quite make the target. I can see it there. I mean, it was really dang close, almost at that 70-yard mark. Reeling it in, just hit 100 feet. Almost hit that 200 feet mark. This armor joint just keeps freaking trucking, guys. I mean, it is beat to crap, but it's still going. All right, here we go. So not quite, almost there, not quite. It is pretty accurate though. You know, John Shin was talking about pinpoint casts. You can easily pinpoint cast, guys. If you know how to read the wind, it's not bad at all. Another cast, turn the brake down a little bit. I think our tension's good. We do have wind coming straight into us, but here we go. Woo! Caught that wind. Oh my gosh. We're gonna run down here. Again, not quite that 70, but you know, there's 50 feet. There's 100 feet. I mean, it was close. You know, it was very, very close to that 70-yard mark. And if you have the right wind conditions, you know, the wind to your back instead of straight in your face, easily hit 70, right? So here's the armor joint. Oh, there we go. There's the armor joint. And you know, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 normal steps to 70 yards. That's pretty good with the wind going straight in my face. So we're gonna keep casting, see if we can hit the mark there. Again, we're really close, guys. I'm also running low on my line. Let's see. Can you hear me, guys? Yeah, I think so. Yeah. Back on the big camera. So guys, we're gonna keep casting, see if we can hit the camera here, number one. But we've got a very difficult wind. It's coming in, coming out. So in terms of just being able to consistently hit this area, you know, we're getting pretty close, you know, variance of about 10 foot on either side. But we're gonna keep trying to hit this mark here. This is 70 yards, 210 feet basically. So let's keep trucking. There's several factors leading into why I'm not able to actually hit the camera. First off, I don't have enough line on here. If you notice inside the spool, it's not actually all the way up. So that line is actually having to do a lot more work to get off the spool, meaning that it has to do more rotations to come off. So that means the braking is actually hitting it a lot more and working a lot more. So we're gonna keep that there, loosen the tension up, and give her another go here. So I'm gonna try to do more like a line drive cast almost, and see how that goes, almost like a karate chop down. I think I was getting a lot better distance that way. So here we go, guys. Let's try to hit that camera there. Again, wind is a real pain in the ass right now, but here we go. Nope, broke her off again. Well, that's what happens when you grind. That's what happens when you grind the dang line on concrete and stuff like that in the wind. I don't even know how to get that one out. Deep down in there. And there it is. Got a ton of line left on it too. You know, that'll probably do it. You know, we were really close to this 210 foot mark. You know, we were probably easily 200 feet with a wind going straight in our face. Again, mild wind, but still winds nonetheless. When John usually fishes, he's usually casting with the wind, so it's easily gonna travel a whole lot more. Ideal conditions, not the best, but I will say in terms of the breakage for this braided line, you know, he's got nothing to worry about in terms of like rubbing on concrete and rocks and whatever else is in this field. He doesn't really have that issue, and he's definitely more of a Daiwa guy. I'm more of a Shimano guy myself, and I know for a fact that, you know, this can easily fly almost 100 yards with the Flash Boost technology. This lure overall, still very, very good condition. You know, John would easily fish this, you know, beat to absolute crap, but definitely still fishable, guys. I hope you enjoyed this little video, just showing you like the power of modern bait casting technology. Again, the Daiwa Coastal 150, superb casting reel. Again, I'm trying to get maximum distance, so I'm messing up quite a bit. I think if I put a new spool of line on here, properly backed it to get the maximum amount of casting distance out of it, I could easily hit this, especially with zero wind, guys. So guys, again, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like on it, subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next time at Lake Pro Tackle. See you guys.